Hey everyone, if you're retired, close to retirement, or helping someone who is, stop whatever you're doing, because today we're revealing a little known federal payment worth up to $17,400 a year that's not Social Security. That's right, while everyone stresses about Social Security's future, this hidden lifeline is sitting there, untouched. And the crazy part, most people who qualify don't even know this federal payment exists. So whether you're in sunny Florida, chilly Minnesota, or anywhere else, stick with me. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to claim this federal payment, with real-life examples and step-by-step tips. Oh, and quick favor, drop a comment below with your state or city. Let's see how far this message spreads, and toss in any questions you've got about this federal payment. I'm here to help. So what's this federal payment all about? Imagine this. You're living on $1,500 a month from Social Security, barely covering your bills. Then you discover an extra $1,450 a month. Yes, that's $17,400 a year from other federal programs. That's not a fantasy. It's happening right now for people who know where to look. I was chatting with my neighbor the other day. He's 67, retired, and had no idea there was a federal payment out there beyond his Social Security check. When I told him about this, his eyes lit up like, wait, what? So let's break it down together and figure out how this federal payment could change things for you or someone you love. Here's the breakdown of this federal payment. First up, Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. This one's for folks 65 or older, blind or disabled, who don't have a lot of cash coming in or stuff in the bank. For an individual, the max federal payment in 2024 was $943 a month. That's $11,316 a year. Couples can get up to $1,415 a month, which hits $16,980 a year. And here's the cool part. Some states like California add a little extra so that federal payment can climb past $17,400. Real example, Clara, 68, lives in California and gets $1,100 a month from SSI plus estate boost. That federal payment covers her rent, no sweat. My aunt knows Clara, and she says it's been a total lifeline, keeps her independent. Next, VA pensions. A massive federal payment for wartime veterans, even if you didn't see combat, just served during a wartime period. This federal payment averages $15,000 to $22,000 a year, depending on things like dependents or health needs. Pro tip, there's something called aid and attendance that adds $4,000 or more if you need help with daily stuff like bathing or dressing. Real example. Mike, a 70-year-old Vietnam vet, gets $18,000 a year thanks to aid and attendance. That federal payment covers his meds, groceries, and even some treats for his dog. My dad's a vet too. And when he heard about Mike's federal payment, he started digging into his own eligibility, more on how to do that later. Then there's housing assistance like Section 8 or public housing. This federal payment doesn't come as cash, but slashes your rent by $5,000 to $15,000 a year. For example, if your rent's $1,200 a month and Section 8 covers $600, that's like a federal payment of $7,200 back in your pocket. My cousin's mum, she's 66, lives in a subsidized apartment in Chicago. Her federal payment through housing aid means she's not freaking out about bills anymore. Combine that with SSI or a VA pension, and you're hitting that $17,400 federal payment or even more. It's like finding money you didn't know you had. Why does this federal payment matter in 2025? Social Security's awesome, but it's got a ticking clock. The 2023 Trustees Report says the trust fund might run dry by 2033, cutting benefits by 23%. And that's rough when you're counting on every dollar for groceries or rent. My uncle's been retired for years, and he's always saying Social Security barely keeps up with prices, gas, food, you name it. But here's the good news. This federal payment isn't tied to Social Security. It's separate, stackable, and ready for you right now. Whether it's SSI helping with basics, a VA pension keeping you comfy, or housing aid lowering your rent, this federal payment is like a backup plan that actually works. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Where are you joining me from today? Drop your city in the comments and let me know if you're curious about this federal payment. I'm all about sharing the scoop. Who qualifies for this federal payment? It's not a free-for-all, but it's way more open than you might guess. For SSI, you're in if you're 65 or older, blind or disabled, with income under $2,000 a month and assets, like savings, under $2,000 if you're single. VA pensions are for wartime vets with low income, and if you need help with daily tasks, the aid and attendance piece can boost your federal payment big time. Housing aids for anyone whose rent's eating over 30% of their income are pretty common for retirees. Fun fact, lots of folks qualify for 2 or even 3 programs, pushing their federal payment to $20,000 a year or more. My friend's grandma, 72, was shocked she got SSI and Section 8. Her federal payment combo's like a whole new income. Got low income and high rent? You're probably in the running for some federal payment. How do you apply for this federal payment? It's not rocket science, but it takes a little effort. Don't worry, I've got you covered step by step. First, hit up benefits.gov. Their 5-minute questionnaire is like a cheat code showing you every federal payment you might snag. I ran it for my mum, she's 67, tight budget, and it flagged SSI and housing aid fast. Second, talk to a pro, non-profit caseworkers or VA reps help for free. My buddy's dad got his VA federal payment after a vet centre sorted his paperwork, smooth sailing. Third, apply online. SSI's at ssa.gov, VA pensions at va.gov, housing at hud.gov. No middlemen needed. Last, stack 'em. Combine SSI, VA benefits and housing aid to max out that federal payment. My cousin's a social worker and she says folks miss out by not applying for everything. Don't let that be you. Watch out for a couple things with this federal payment. Scams are out there. Nobody legit asks you to pay to unlock a federal payment. If someone's charging, run. Also delays. Some programs take 3 to 6 months to process, so apply early. My friend waited too long on SSI and she was kicking herself for those missed months. Stick to official sites, ssa.gov, va.gov, hud.gov, and you're golden. I'd love to hear if you're starting this. Where are you joining me from today? Leave a comment with your spot and any questions about getting this federal payment. I'm here to cheer you on. Real stories make this federal payment hit home. Sarah and John, both 68, were scraping by on Social Security. They got SSI for $16,980 a year, plus $5,000 from housing aid. That's a federal payment of $22,000 extra. Now they're visiting grandkids without pinching pennies. Then there's Tom, a disabled vet. His VA pension brings $18,000. SSI adds $3,000, totaling a $21,000 federal payment. It's keeping him in his home, not a care facility. These stories fire me up. This federal payment's changing lives. Got one to share? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. Why is this federal payment such a secret? Social Security, born in 1935, was meant to be a piece of the pie, not the whole meal. But costs are up. Folks are living longer. My grandpa's 89 and still going strong. Programs like SSI, VA, pensions, and housing aid fill the gaps, but they're like the quiet kid in class. Nobody notices them. My friend's a retiree advocate, and she says people think Social Security's it, missing this federal payment entirely. With 2033 on the horizon, snagging this federal payment now is like armor for your future. What's next for this federal payment? The more folks claim SSI, VA benefits, or housing aid, the more lawmakers might boost them, or not. My uncle says these programs need a megaphone. $17,400 is no joke. Final tip, if you're even slightly eligible, apply now. The sooner you start, the sooner that federal payment hits your life. I want to keep you in the loop, so please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You'll never miss a tip on this federal payment or anything else. Thanks for chilling with me. You're why I do this. Let's keep it going. See you in the next one.